Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to this channel. This is me Alia Waheed and you are on the channel of Medicare. So as you know that we have started the third proof of Form D, and we have started the lectures of it, and we have started every subject of it. So today I am going to start the pharmacy practice 2, which is about the dispensing, community, social and administrative pharmacy, and the part 1 is about the dispensing. So we have started it, we have learned about the basic principle of compounding and dispensing. The first topic is about the fundamental operations in the compounding, their containers and their closure of the dispense product. So how we do that, we are going to study or start this topic. First, in the first lecture, we have see the introduction to the pharmacy practice. We have see what is the introduction of it, what is the pharmacy that we have seen. It is the art and the knowledge and or the profession in which we, compounding or we do the dispensing of our drug according to the prescription. Then we have see the definition of pharmacy practice is that using the knowledge of pharmacy in the market. So this is called the pharmacy practice. Then after that, we have studied the importance of pharmacy practice, that it is very effective for the dispensing of the drugs, and it is very effective for the development and the discovery of the new drugs. Then we have studied the definitions of community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, retail pharmacy. We have discussed the definition of compounding, that it is a method in which we produce the customized preparation according to the patient need. And what we do within the compounding, we can alter the dosage form, we can combine the multiple dosage forms. And next thing we have covered in the compounding is that like we can compound a syrup, like we can convert a tablet into the syrup for a child, like the child we cannot swallow a tablet, and it is not used it used in the rare conditions. When we discuss the dispensing, so dispensing is something in which we handle the patient, we give the customized preparation to the patient according to the prescription. So in this dispensing, we verify the prescription and we ratify it, and after that, according to prescription, we dispense the particular drug to that patient, and it is mostly used. Then after that, we have see the discuss the difference between the retail pharmacy, that it is a source in which we directly take care and provide the services to the patient, while in the community pharmacy we provide health services to our community, and in the hospital pharmacy we provide healthcare services in a hospital. So now we are going to start our topic, which is about the fundamental operations in compounding, their containers and their closure for the dispense product. So we are discussing some important equipments here which are used in the process of compounding and dispensing. The first equipment is about the pestle and mortar. Its uses is that it decreases the particle size. It is used for the grinding of large particles, and it also help to mix powders and can mix liquids and can mix powders into the liquids. And it also help to make the emulsions, because in the emulsion two insoluble liquids have to mix with themselves. So pestle and mortar play important role in making the emulsion. There are some types of pestle and mortars. They can be of glass, they can be of porcelain. Glass pestle and mortars are used for the small amount of drug, or the drug which is soft like a salt, and good for the grinding purpose, not good for the size reduction. So glass is for grinding, and it has very smooth surface, so it can grind the particles efficiently, while the porcelain is good for the large amount of drug which are very hard like a cinnamon, and it is good for the size reduction, not more effective for grinding. For grinding, glass pestle and mortar is more beneficial, and mix the powder and the emulsion. So pestle and mortar can be flat-headed or can be round-headed. So flat-headed pestle and mortar are at the bottom are most effective, while the round-headed pestle mortar needed a round-headed mortar. So flat-headed pestle which are flat at the bottom is more beneficial. Like your pestle and mortar, I am drawing their diagram. So this bowl-like shape is of mortar, and your pestle will be like this, like shape, it has the round shape at that side. So this is round and your mortar shape is round at the bottom, okay. And it can be flat headed, like its head can be a little bit flat, like this. And its bottom can be flat, okay. So it is a little bit flat at the bottom right now. So for a flat headed pestle you have to take a flat headed mortar. And these flat headed are more efficient than this round headed mortar, okay. So round headed mortar will be like that, okay. So this was the concept that I have told to you. Okay, so how to proceed or to operate the pestle or mortar? So you have to put the powder or your material into it. Then you have rub down laterally in the circular motion, and then you have to start from the circle. And generally, you have to increase the diameter of the circle. Meaning you start the grinding at the circle, then you gradually increase the circle of it. Make sure the amount of drug is less than the size of amount of pestle, that it doesn't require that your drug amount is more than the pestle or mortar and it is coming out of the bowl. So it's not efficient or it's not good for it. The next ingredient or the equipment for it is the tiles. Tiles are used for the ironment tiles or the slab, we can call it. It's used for the titration or lamination process. Material it made up of glass, porcelain, or it can be made up of glass, and its size should be 300 millimeters square. Is suitable size for 100 gram of ointment. So it's mostly used to make a ointment, because ointment need to be titrate or laminate. Can be made up of glass or glaze, porcelain, and size is given here. Then stirring rods, it used to eliminate the liquids to increase the dissolution between themselves. Their material is glass and their size is 20 to 30 millimeter in length. Pipettes are used to measure the small volumes of 5 ml to 0.1 ml, and mostly the small volumes like 0.1 ml is used to measure. They are measured with the help of syringes, because with the help of syringes their degree of accuracy is more, but they are actually less accurate than the pipettes. The material from which the pipettes are made are the glass. Their types are like micro pipettes, which are very little one, and some digital pipettes are also available. The second type is the drainage pipette. And what is this type pipette? We have to apply the pressure to blow out the last drop, okay. So these are some kind of pipettes in which, like, this is a diagram of a pipette. At that side you have to apply a pressure to blow out the last drop. While in the blowout pipette, it easy to blow out the last drop because it has the rings here, so that you don't have to apply much more of the pressure to blow out the last drop. So this was all about the pipette. Okay, so the next thing is about some important points for the pipettes are like, if they have a concave meniscus, mean it has lower meniscus, so it's used for some transparent liquids like the water. And if I had the convex meniscus, mean the upper meniscus, so it used for the color liquids like the mercury one. So suppository mold, it used to fill the base of the suppository with the drug. Its size are available here. 1 gram is used for the small suppositories, while 4 and 8 gram are used for making the pizzeries, which are the vaginal suppository. Process to make it, first you have to lubricate it before use. You have to lubricate the suppository mold. Then you have to made up of metal with 3 to 2 sections held by the screws. You have to remove it, dispense or partition it with the paper, metal or plastic. Then the next equipment that you are going to see here is the water bath. It used to supply heat to make a lot of things like suppository, pizzeries, ointment, creams. These things need heat with the help of water bath. So item to be melted is placed in the evaporating vessel which contain the hot water, and the water is heated by the use of electric hot plates. Weighing balance is used to measure the weight. Weighing balance are of three classes: Class A, Class B, and Class C. Class A can measure the materials from 50 mg to 1 mg. Its range is given here. Its maximum range, maximum amount of drug it can measure is the 50 mg, and minimum is 1 mg. It cannot measure below the 1 mg, like the weight of 0.1 mg or 0.5 mg. It can't measure it. Class B can measure from 100 mg to 50 mg. Class C can measure 1 to 2 gram. For 10 gram, we use analytical balance because 10 gram cannot be measured from these kind of weighing balances. Then the next thing is about the weighing place. Some balances are like of old weighing balance. They have the weighing place of left panel and the right panel, and we see the difference between them. The left panel has the weight stone, and on the right on the right weighing pan, we measure the item which is used to be measured the weight. Measuring cylinder is used to measure the liquids like acid and bases. Their shape is cylindrical or conical as drawn here. Tear containers, when the liquids are added to different containers, take the bottle. Their volume or their liquid remains stick in these containers. So you have to take a bottle, like if you want to make a syrup, and you have to take a bottle and you have to fill it with the 100 gram of water, and then you have to add syrup in it. For such kind of bottle which have no scales or no measurement written on it, like on the normal cylindrical scales, the scale is drawn here, like this is a 10 ml, this is 20, this is 30, this is 40, this kind of scale is drawn. But in such bottles who have no scale, we use tear containers for them. Filters are used for the suspension solution and precipitation. Paper pore size is 40, and the vacuum, if we apply the vacuum pump, it increases the process of filtration. Next is Bunsen burner is used to provide the heat. In the ointment basis, when we produced the ointment with the help of fusion method, we have to melt it. So for melting, we use the Bunsen burner. For diabetic patient, this is a additional information, that for the diabetic patient, in the syrup, to make the syrup for the diabetic patient, we don't add sucrose, because sucrose converted to the glucose into our body, and glucose will increase the glucose level of the diabetic patient, and which is very dangerous. So we add pantolols into the syrup of the diabetic patient, so that it cannot convert into the glucose. And one of the more benefit of pantalols is that it has the sweet taste. So it is the one of the best thing about it. So this was all about our today's lecture, in which we have discussed that what are the fundamental operations we use in the compounding, and their containers and their closure for the dispense product. So in the next topic, we will discuss the next topic to be discussed. So this was all about today's lecture. I hope that you learned this lecture and you have enjoyed it. So take care. Meet you soon in the next lecture with the next topic. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get the notification of all the videos which I have uploaded. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.